Hey, DJ Mikey Mike in Direct Sound, and we are doing it from scratch today. That's right, we're doing it from scratch with a, well, hopefully, we'll see if it goes well, with a iPad fix. I'm not sure if you can see this on camera or not, but my iPad kind of bit the dust. I got back from Mobile Beat. I pulled, for some reason I was in my suitcase in the back of my car. Pulled my suitcase out when I got home, and my iPad went flying onto the concrete, and it landed on the edge. I don't know if you can see this real quick here. It landed on the edge right here and just shattered the glass, as you can see that. So what I did is I ordered a glass kit off of eBay, and it had some small tools. I watched a few YouTube videos, okay, and we're gonna see if Mikey Mike can do it from scratch. I don't know. Hopefully we'll get lucky without thrashing my iPad. I called Apple, or I contacted, yeah, I think I contacted the Apple support guys. They wanted, I think it's $250 to send the iPad in and get a new screen, or actually I think they just give you a whole new iPad. I contacted a couple of people that do repairs. They want $150 or a little bit more to replace the glass. About a week turnaround. So I ordered some glass on eBay. I'll show you the glass. Hopefully I'll put some links down in the description here if this goes well. If not, you'll never even see this. So we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll post it. We'll see. Anyway, so I'll show you what kit I have. I already have a heat gun here. I hear you can use a blow dryer as well, depending on what you need. But I already have a heat gun sourced out. I bought it at my local Harbor Freight type area. So we got to be careful we don't overheat this thing. The kit came with a little double back tape and a couple little tools, so be careful which kit you order. Make sure it has all the stuff that you're going to need. I also have some little tape that I'm going to put over the glass so it doesn't shatter while I'm pulling this stupid thing up, or help keep getting glass all over my office here. And we'll go from there. So I'm going to record this as we go along. I'm not sure how well the video is going to turn out, but you'll kind of get to see a little concept. My suggestion is watch these videos that I'm going to watch. I'll put them in the links down below, and so I'm not going to explain everything, but we'll kind of see how I go along and see if how much I'm cussing. Who knows? All right, so what I have here is I got my iPad, I got a little protective mat from my desk, I got my laptop to watch my YouTube videos so I can kind of pause it as I'm going along here. I have my little heat gun. I think this is, I'm not even sure. My heat gun, this is a 1500 watt heat gun from Harbor Freight, just a little cheap heat gun. I think it's 20 bucks or so. And I got some just regular clear style tape, not really clear, but that I'm going to put over some of the cracked glass here on the iPad. You can see the cracks. Okay, and we're going to go from there. This is what's in the kit. I just opened up the kit, and as you can see there, this is the double back tape. It's kind of already pre-cut for the glass. Now this is just for the glass screen that goes on top. This is the touch screen portion. It also gives you some cool little tools to go along with it. A couple guitar style picks, a couple wedges, a screwdriver, things like that. So we'll just kind of go along here and see where we get. Alright, so what I've learned from the video so far is be careful not to touch the inside of the screen. Looks like it already has a protective plastic sheet on it. So right here we can peel the plastic sheet off when we're ready. We won't want to get any dirt on the inside, that would be bad. Okay, and on the inside of your iPad itself as well. Alright, this comes with a little suction cup and a ring. The ring goes on the suction cup so you can pull the glass up if you need to. So you get a couple wedge tools, a couple little guitar pick style wedges and slides, small screwdriver, Phillips, and standard. And I also have a couple of tweezers inside and outside, small screwdriver, and I also have a razor knife that I'm going to pull out here in a second. First thing they recommend is turn off your iPad, so if it's on, make sure you turn it to the off position. And highly suggest you wear some sort of safety glasses or something when you're doing this, some kind of eye protection, because when you're peeling back or wedging these things up, the glass could start popping around, so be careful.
Select parts of the body. And last, there is a foamy dust shield around the LCD screen, which also
All right, got the digitizer off with barely no issue. I just have to remove the power button assembly right here. It goes back onto the little tabs, and then now I have to remove the touch screen or the screen on the bottom, the video screen, and then unclip all the power. So we're going to do that. There's 4 small Phillips screws that you have to undo. Hopefully I don't lose them. They're small. And highly recommend you wearing safety glasses or some sort of eye protection, because little glass shards are flying everywhere. The way as my screen was cracking. I just worked my way around slowly around the edge. Careful all the caution areas that they talked about in the video. This is 3G version, so I have 2 antennas up top as well, and then the 1 Wi-Fi antenna on the bottom. That Wi-Fi antenna on the bottom, actually I didn't think it was right there. I thought it was a little further over, and almost caught me off guard. I kind of saw it. I'm like, hey, what's that? I thought it was a piece of glue or double back tape, but it wasn't, so got lucky on that one. And then the Wi-Fi antennas were fairly easy because the glass was cracked. I was able to just peel it away from them, so I didn't have to worry about damaging them. And the power button area here seemed to be go around without a hitch. I think if you don't use a sliding blade, you're going to be safe with that. The heat helps definitely, so we'll try to get this digitizer off here real quick and unplug the cables. All right. So there's some small tabs here that we have to peel down using the flathead screwdriver. If I can actually see it. Alright, this was a critical part for me. I snapped my little plastic tab here. I believe you actually have to pop them up, and I think I tried to pull it down at first, and I broke the little tab on one, and the other one worked out fine. And that was just to get the top digitizer cable out. The video cable worked out really easy. It's just a little metal tab that you pop over or pop up, and it worked out really easy. So no worries about that. Set that off to the side. It's real critical that you don't get glass shards. There's glass just about everywhere, so be real careful with that. Trying to work the digitizer frame off right now. Pulled it out really easy. This was probably the trickiest part. Sometimes they recommend that you cut the cable. You can do that as well, so the digitizer is just not in your way. Might be a good idea. Just something to think about. Okay, find my small little screw. Watch for the glass. There's glass everywhere. Get a little vacuum and sweep that up. Alright, this is where I kind of want to get all the glass outside of the inside of the iPad. Also, I lost a little screw in there. Those screws are super tiny, so be real careful with those. and keep them in a nice safe spot. Alright, now my last step is to bend out the tab that fell on the ground. So I'm going to use my little needle-nose pliers here and hopefully that'll work. So as I was bending out the aluminum frame, it chipped off a little bit and also had a sharp edge, so I'm going to file that down a little bit later. So just a heads up, depending on how bad you damaged your iPad, you could lose a portion of it. Alright, the last piece is the camera, or the on button. Let's see if I can get that out. And is there another piece in there? Maybe a key, square. And the button itself. Save. Perfect. Alright, so I got everything completely undone. Looks like the bezel's nice and clean. Has a little sticky residue on it. I think I'm going to just leave it there. Apply my double back tape here in just a few minutes. First I want to get rid of this glass and clean up the area, and then we'll go from there. Alright, I got everything cleaned up. Looks like one of my clips is missing for my digitizer pad, so I don't know if that's going to be a problem or not. I'm gonna try to tape it down. Hopefully that'll work. I don't know if it's going to give enough pressure. I don't see the clip laying anywhere. It probably got vacuumed up, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. But it's all good. We'll see what happens. That's all I can say. I cleaned up the pad, the video pad a little bit with a microfiber cloth. There was a few prints on it. I don't know if it was from me or if it was from when it got installed. Probably from me, but that seemed to work out no problem. I just used cloth only, cleaned up nice and pretty. So we're gonna go back and I'm gonna try to figure out how to install the little tape that they give you. There's no real rhyme or reason here, and I didn't see it on the video, so we'll just kind of give it a lay it out and try to figure this out. Alright, so the tape wasn't too bad. Just kind of keep it away from where the digitizer or the video frame goes, and keep it off going outside the black little plastic piece. You'll be fine. Just heat it up at the end and be able to press your glass on it. It'll work great. So once again, the first thing you got to do is you got to lay down the digitizer and plug that in. And then you go ahead and lay the video screen over the top of the digitizer cable in reverse, and then put the screws down. Once again, I broke that little black tab that holds one side of it down. So I used some duct tape and made it like a pulling motion where it stays locked in. So it seems to be working out pretty good for my attempt there. Maybe we might have some small issues later on down the road, but right now it seems to be doing okay. And once again, just clean it up with a microfiber cloth. Okay. I got those from Costco. That looks good. Peel off the protective coating, and then try not to bend the ribbon cable. Okay, before we go too far, we're going to turn it on and see if it works. So waiting for it to power up, I actually didn't realize there was a plastic sheet on the top of the glass as well, and my digitizer didn't work. Oh, look at that, plastic sheet, and then everything seems like it worked fine after that. And it worked. Hey! Alright, so now all we have to do is rip it down. Alright, I was having a little bit of difficulty just putting the screen back in place, so I used a little bit of heat, and that helped out. I used the microfiber cloth over the top so I didn't burn my fingers. Also, I was able to push it and push pretty hard and get that glue, tape glue to actually seed to the
Alright, let's
the
get
screen.
down on the double back cake pretty good here. Let's give it a try.
Alright, a little do it from scratch project. Seems like it's working pretty good. All the buttons are working. The pad's working. Everything's been working. It took about, I don't know, an hour maybe, give or take. It was really tricky getting the glass peeled up around the side. I did two things wrong. I snapped one of the little, they're very, very delicate clips that hold the digitizer to the motherboard. One I was able to snap up properly. The other one, the little side tab popped off. And then somehow I vacuumed it up, I guess. And I also lost my camera. There's a little ring that goes around the camera. Let's see if I can go to camera and see what it looks like. Camera seems to be working okay. It was just a little metal bezel around the outside. I don't use my iPad camera that often, so I'm not that worried about it. But nevertheless, I don't know where it went. So it's gone. So I used a little heat on the end to put the digitizer back right onto the iPad. It seemed to be working really well. The trickiest part for me was getting the button to line up properly, getting all the tape down. The tape doesn't have a diagram, so I just kind of winged it. Seemed like we did it pretty good. So it's DJ Mikey Mike. Do it from scratch, a little iPad digitizer replacement. Take your time. That's all I got to say. Take your time. It can be done. I had a few mess ups, but not too bad. Biggest thing: wear some glasses, safety glasses. Glass goes flying everywhere when you're trying to peel it up. I saw a lot of videos on YouTube. Watch a lot of videos. Get educated to make before you do this. The 3G antennas, very critical. I was able to get through those pretty easily, but the Bluetooth antenna down on the bottom, that was a little tricky. Okay, it was peeling up, and I was like, oh, holy cow. So anyway, everything should be working perfect. My iPad's working. I like that. Screen's not cracked. I'm not cutting my fingers anymore. So hey. All right, leave some comments down below. Tell me what you think. See if you had the same kind of issues that I did, and you know, hopefully that helps out. Like I said, I'll try to find the links and put them on the video where I purchased this on eBay. The glass seemed to be perfect. Worked out really well. It came with a little kit of tools. The only thing I used out of their tools was the two screwdrivers, the little pry bar things, and the little suction cup I didn't use. I just ended up prying it around with the screwdriver, and I had a pair of needle nose pliers that I used to bend back my frame, and that's it. And the heat gun's pretty important. Heat gun definitely helps. So yeah, so iPad 2, there's an iPad 2 working really good. Got a little rough edge here that I'm going to sand down just because of where it was bent in. Other than that, it worked out pretty good. Peace!